Well, I'm in VR, as you can see, but, I'm gonna be talking about, uh, my POV on Roblox. Uh, just, just for stuff in general. I played this, Dead RP game. It's gonna be about RP. There we go. It's gonna be about RP. Just, which also includes this. Just how just how bad it is right now, for my opinion. Since I'm on VR, I'm kind of limited, but I can get it to work. Um, so Roblox RP is kind of dying in my eyes. There's a bunch of RPs, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff, but for what I'm looking for is just like stuff like this, right? Stuff like survival games or like zombie games or some type of game. SCP mid, but they're usually like the role players are usually like select this level of like security or class D's or scientist or SCP, which you have to buy a game pass for. So those ones are a bit iffy. They're fine. They do work somewhat since I'm on VR and I mainly play on VR since I don't have a computer. It gets iffy, but role plays for like zombie apocalypse or like wasteland things, desolate things, just not like Adopt Me or whatever just on the trending, which I looked and just isn't anything I want. But it has gotten boring. I recently just like I don't know, 20-30 minutes ago, I don't know, I haven't been keeping track of time, I played a game and everyone, from what my knowledge in there, was under the age group. So I would see people standing still, doing whatever, knowing that I can't see them, nor can I interact, or I can't see their messages, nor can interact. And the games I favorited over the years, which I've been playing Roblox since there were guests. If I were to give you my account and you were to look at it, it definitely wouldn't say that. I don't know why. I was a guest before. I stopped playing, I guess, and then 2020 is when I created this account. So, yeah. But, I'm playing since guests. Fun times, not gonna lie, but Roblox has just kind of declined, in my opinion, since they added the, age groups chatting-wise. I mean, it makes sense. I'm fine. I'm not fine with it. I don't know why I said that. I'm not fine with it. It makes sense, but like it just ruins the fun of Roblox. Because I feel like Roblox is a, you know, I don't care. Is a is I feel like a big based game for RP, right? So it kind of just sucks that when I go to play one of the two main things I play, or one now because one of them is Star Wars one, which is far, far away RP, I think is what it's called. Pretty fun, but that was affected too. That's the game I was talking about just then, about going in there and seeing. This would be automatically opened, but it was a bunch of AI, whatever, summarized things about, oh hey, they're talking about this, or some people are talking about this going here. It just wasn't fun. No one there talked. When I said something, no one responded, so I was assuming usually there's a decent amount of people just sitting there in the spawn, customizing characters or doing whatever. A decent chunk of people, I would say like, I don't know, 13, 14 people there. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it's just how it is. So maybe people are customizing, not caring about chat, but I don't know. There's other games I would love to play, but being on VR does have limitations. I think I would say maybe the #1 most popular Star Wars game. You spawn on a platform as a I don't know. You get like a certain rank. I don't know if it's like a milsim thing for Roblox, but this kind of seems how it is. It doesn't really, it's a bit weird for me. It just, I can go into first. It starts you off at third person, unless I'm dumb. I might be dumb. But the thing is, it has VR controls. So if I move my left hand, the left hand moves. You know what I'm talking about if you ever seen a person or you play in VR. You move your hands, stuff like that. Stuff happens with your arms. I don't like that personally. If I'm in a VR game, I'm fine with it being in VR. But if I'm in a roleplay game, I don't see how me being in VR is gonna help with anything, especially for like changing my character, getting armor, whatever, stuff like that. Another game, I can't remember. One is Pine Ridge. If you ever played Pine Ridge, there's the T loading screen. When I look at that, I think of, oh, I can't play this because the system for it, the system for customizing your avatar, doesn't work in VR. So those games, for my knowledge, there's only two, because I've only seen two. I haven't looked too deep. I just don't really care. I just try to have fun on Roblox as much as I can, but the system, I believe at the top right, that button doesn't work. There isn't even a symbol for it. So I cannot touch that game. That game is, those games, my bad, those games are just broken for me. I would like to play them, they seem fun, but I just can't. And the games I have favorited, which I'm going back to because I've realized I kind of just haven't. The games I used to play are basically all dead. Or have very, very little people on them. I wanna play some of those games, but since they're dead, there's no one here. This was one of them. I played this like once or twice, to be honest. So this isn't like something I played a decent amount. This is a really small game. But as you can see, there's like a bunch of firearms. But as you can see, I can't reload, so this wasn't accessible for VR. But it seemed like a good game. This has a lot of maps, a whole lot of whatnot. But in the end, it just died. I don't know why. Communities are dying from what I'm seeing. Communities of like smaller things dying. It just, Roblox RPs aren't fun for me. If I had a PC, I wouldn't be making this video. If anyone really sees it, to be honest. Get a hold of this guy. But it just like, I'm tired, honestly. I've been playing Roblox nonstop for one game. Actually, let me look on my phone. Oh, my controllers are kind of busted a little bit. Let me see, what was the name of the Roblox game? It's called, Mole Zombie Roleplay Game. That, so far, it's pretty detailed. It has, like, 500 plus members a day, from my knowledge. But, recently, I played it like throughout this entire, or like throughout this half of the entire week. This kind of looks like a movie scene of going back in time. Well, no, not back. Well, yeah. Avengers. What? But yeah, that game for the past like 2-3 days, something like that. I've probably been playing for the past week. I'm not sure, to be honest, but I have encountered a little bit amount of servers that has no one talking to them. Maybe so far I've been having fun just chatting and not really role playing necessarily. or role playing in my way that I prefer, but I've been just chatting at that point because there's only like a few people or like 5 people there that are actually in the same age group as I am in. So basically, it just kind of just sucks. Server hopping also kind of bad because, especially if a friend's there. If a friend's there on VR, you cannot go to servers and just scroll. That doesn't exist yet. Will it exist? I on God hope so, because it just makes everything worse. You can't enter private servers unless like you may have an alt account or someone else is in that private server. From my knowledge, I've never really tested it. I can't remember. Well, I think I've tested it once, but I can't. Like I said, I can't remember. It was a long time ago. But like, you can't go into servers and just scroll through servers like, oh, this one's kind of populated but has like a few slots open, so let me go here. You have to join, leave, and honestly, you might just go back to the same server depending on how popular it is. But these are the games I like to play, so they're kind of not popular. They're unknown. They're not as popular as you would hope. Like, majority of them have less than half of thousands. The most popular one is the one I just mentioned, which was Mole's RP Place thing. Yeah, that's the most popular one I've been to. So I've been just playing that back and forth. It kind of got tiring a little bit. I like it a lot though. I like it a lot. Has a decent chunk in it. Like, you can input your own stuff, I believe, or there's like 600 pages full of pre-made outfits that the community made that were asked to be put into that list on the Discord server, which is a neat thing. Really love it. It's just, when the age group thing is here, I can't like RP the way I want to RP. And I'd rather prefer not to play games that are like PvP or PvE, well, mainly PvP, PvP X roleplay. I'd rather have it roleplay than like, oh, you can like shoot each other and like, oh, you hit there, I hit there, blah, 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 that type of stuff. So like, that's like kind of SCP, right? It's a PvE type thing, but you can roleplay. Or not PvP, yeah, PvP. You know what I'm saying? I think I went in a circle. So that's why I like the SCP concept, right? I love it. The cool like SCPs you can get, but like, is it really a roleplay if you have to buy your way into whatever you want? Is that really roleplay? Is it really worth buying like thousands of Robux to get what you want instead of like customizing whatever? I think for morphs it would make sense. I just went in a circle, but not really, right? Because making your own SCP in Roblox wouldn't necessarily be the easiest, right? So a morph would make sense, right? A morph would make sense. But like, I don't know. Just, it's not really roleplay if you can't customize what you want. If you have to level up, grind, do bippity boppity boo, or whatever, to unlock more, it's not really roleplay. It's more of just the average Roblox game with a little with roleplay. You have to grind to get this, which then unlocks this, which can help you unlock more, I guess. Depends, really. But when I think of roleplay, I think of becoming whatever you want, the way you want, as long as like in guidelines, of course. You know. Like, it's just not worth it to Roblox is not worth it to play roleplay games nowadays, or at least the roleplay games I want. I know there's one. There's a what is it, Starlight? I think that's a Titanfall 2 game. I would personally love it. I love Titanfall 2. Everyone loves Titanfall. Titanfall 2 is an amazing game. Like Big Macs, cool suits, all that jibber jammer, right? All that good stuff. This person's dead, right? Amazing. I can't play it. In VR, if you don't have the capabilities of moving your arms, you can't look up or down. That's the thing. You cannot look up and down if you're not in like that VR body. It just doesn't matter. So when it comes, I don't know. I'm trying to drag this, to be honest. With the limitations of VR, Roblox is kind of buns. Looking for a fun new game to play just isn't fun nowadays. For how long I've been playing Roblox, it's just generally a grindy games. Like, oh, fun at first, right? But then I get to the point where, what's the point? Like, it's gonna take me like 2-3 hours to get to the next point, right? That's why I've played Roblox for like 4 or 5 times maybe. Since it's a really grindy game. Unless you have like really OP block fruit, it's gonna be a really grindy game. I'm not a grindy person. I'll play a game as long as it keeps up the entertainment. Risk of Rain 2. I've had a computer before. I've played computer games. Risk of Rain 2. Those type of games that Risk of Rain 2 is, I like more because it adds randomness every time. So you may make your gun faster, get a different gun, get whatever, or like Risk of Rain 2 is a character-based game, so your gun doesn't change just unless you get enough like upgrades and whatnot. And unless you change the character, then the gun will change. But Risk of Rain 2 is a fantastic game. I love it. Modding it is amazing. I once had 300 mods. It kind of broke at that point. Sigh. But those games have randomness, making an experience kind of different, even if it's slightly kind of different each game. So, so when it comes time to do it, you kind of have a new experience each time, because you don't know if you're going to get enough stuff to get to the boss at the end of Risk of Rain 2. So, randomness. The only thing that adds randomness in Roblox is the roleplay games. But nowadays, I don't know if I've already said this, because I probably just have severe memory loss at this point. Fuck, dude. It's like, at this point, like, wait, what was it? See, memory loss. Ta-da! I just feel dumb. Okay, well, but, yeah. I feel disappointed in myself right now. Oh, my lord. This is no script. So far, all the videos have just been, besides the first one, all these videos have been just, like, from my head. There's no script, no editing. I'm on VR, dude. I'm not gonna do any of that. I could. I could. Ooh, music. As you see, yeah, I have played this a long time ago. Long before I had the first. Long before I had. Just be quiet now. I was gonna say something about Ninjago, but I just screw me. I don't know. Yeah. But the only thing that's randomness is roleplay games. But nowadays, Are those... Are there AI things? Are there like enemies? I didn't think there was. I don't remember there being any. Okay. But nowadays it's a bunch of grinding games. There isn't many RP games. There isn't a bunch. There isn't a bunch of like randomness type games. Kind of. It's just those games are just hard to find. One roleplay game I played a long time ago was a role-playing game about creepypastas. You could be creepypasta, you could be your own character. Roblox creepypastas. Well, no, not just Roblox. But Roblox and a bunch of other creepypastas. What I remember that the way you spawn in some some parking. I don't know. I just remember the way you spawned on the other side of the map. It wasn't a huge map. It was a big map, not a huge map like this is currently, as you can see. It was back then was less sophisticated. There wasn't as big of maps as there, well, that's kind of a lie. Roblox has lots of big maps, but like, or huge maps. That one was kind of like a medium to big. On the other side of the map, there was this camping ground. It had like a few tents, maybe, had a campsite. That's the main part I remember because that's the main spot where I hung out. I cannot remember anything else. It was a long time ago. Back when I was thinking about it before, like years ago, I remembered it better. But since it's been so long, I cannot remember. I just remember that it was a creepypasta role-play game where it could be like tons of creepypastas. Like Guest 666. Ooh, spooky. Ooh. He's real. Right. But, yeah. Roblox has just declined, and I haven't really had a lot of fun with it necessarily. I might have maybe a few hours of fun, right? Okay, a few hours of fun, having a great time. But then that game will just turn to a grind game and just isn't fun. I like games where I have some type of free will. Like, the racing games here, you have to, depending on the game, I have met some great games where it just lets you do whatever you want. Like some trucking games, or I can't remember what others, but they allow you to spawn a truck or something, or like a SUV, or not SUV, or a pickup truck, those semis, and you can add like a trailer onto it or something like that. It'll spawn you whatever you want. Nothing to pay for, nothing to grind for. You just do what you want and maybe have a little RP. Those games are kind of dead, to be honest. Those games are kind of dead. It kind of... There's one game where I tried playing where like you actually have, it's like a truck simulator game. You have to back up, you have to have the trailer on, or the trailer's automatically on, but like it has like a system. You have to put up the hydraulics that keep the truck or push the truck up, so like it doesn't like roll away or anything, right? And then you have to make sure it's attached and all that, right? And then you have to go back up, and and then when you back up into a slot, it'll ask for delivery, like what you want to pick up of sorts, right? And then once you select it, I think you have to choose a location, or like this to here. Yeah, it's deliver this to here type thing. You get to choose wherever you want. And then you have to go all the way there. I didn't get too far besides the tutorial. I gave up. I could play it now, to be honest. I could do it. I could see how it is. But it's just I couldn't exit the tutorial area, so I'd have to leave and rejoin. I was like, I don't really want to do that. But it seemed like a good game. Where was I going with this? I don't know. I just yap a lot, and I sometimes like doing that. I like just talking. Sometimes it just feels nice, even if like little to no one hears me or doesn't. I like just like to talk about how I'm feeling. I don't really get to do that too often. It's starting to get a little sad. Okay. Yeah. Just when it, like, car games, you have to grind to get unlock this, which then can help you unlock this, because usually the game, the faster you go, the more things you earn the more money you earn per second. But like, for me, there's no fun in that. It's basic. What is there to do if you just have to grind over and over again to get the cars you want to play with? It just is not fun. I want to be able to drive whatever I want. Drive my dream type of car, because, there's not going to be every single car, right? But, like, drive a Mustang, drive a motorcycle, drive a semi through who knows where at the middle of the night about who knows when. Get transporting who knows what. Truck driving is something I want to do, because it just, on the open road, looking at the stars gets me there. Gets me to a good, fantastic place. Hearing the cars drive by. It's like the moment of Cars. Life is a highway, right? Different scenes, driving, cars driving, Mac being a little goofy. Something like that. It interests me. I like looking at that, and I still do. That's a bunch of serious music. But that's like it's calming. It's nice to think about. Relaxing. This has nothing to do with the stuff I was just talking about, but I just want to say it. A good way to think about this game is that now it really is an apocalypse. There's no one here. There's nothing here. There's not even PvE here, so there's nothing to do. But grind games have gone out of control for Roblox. That has been a big aspect of Roblox, right? That's always been a thing. But I feel like nowadays, everyone is used to just grinding or buying game passes or buying money with Robux, which, like, just obviously you lose the fun of grinding for people that like grinding, which you're a psychotic man or woman or thing. I don't care. You're a person. But I understand it. Don't want to sit here for hours, days, weeks, whatnot, right? To just get what? And what's the end purpose, right? At that point, what's the end goal? Isn't really any good end goal. These maps are absolutely humongous. Never mind, I take it back. Look at that. What was it going? Yeah, if you can tell, I can't have ADHD. I'm not gonna like brag about it. Like, oh, I have ADHD. I've been diagnosed since I was really young, like since I was like 2. Kinda has been a problem in my life. I honestly do wish I didn't. I feel like I could actually be somewhere right now if I didn't have ADHD, but since it's so common, just couldn't help myself, I guess. Just had to take it, be at least a little normal. A little peaceful here, I guess. If you looked at if you're one of the people that looked at my Rec Room video, you can kind of see the similarities here. just yapping about for who knows what reason, for who knows about what. Right, right. Yeah, you know if you've seen it. Probably gonna be another long video. Try to make it, cause yeah, I like talking about stuff I like. I guess the straight ADHD thing, isn't it? Right? Yeah. I mean, I don't really think new is there. You know, Roblox has a place in my heart, though. It always has. There's nothing bad necessarily about Roblox, since tons of people still play it. But me personally, I do kind of think Roblox is bad nowadays compared to back then. Just doesn't hit the right spot as much as it used to when I was younger. All these, oh, this looks cool, this looks fun. At one point, I touched Roblox Studios when I was younger. I don't know what I made, but it wasn't anything like important. I just added a bunch of things. I played it while in the engine to just screw around. For those that are old people, anyone that watches at least, do you remember that spaceship that had like a couple seats and like, I can't exactly remember. It wasn't like a spaceship. It was like a box spaceship, really. But those were the good old days, to be honest. Yeah. I'm trying to think, I don't know. Just Roblox, I miss old Roblox. When stuff was simpler, when there was less grinding and actual like there was like good role plays happening instead of like Adopt Me or I don't know what else. Adopt Me's a thing I hate. Okay, I just like Adopt Me. It doesn't make sense to me. I've never liked it. It's just a thing that doesn't sit right with me. Like, sure you can RP, but like you don't necessarily RP though. You take care of a pet, and that's kind of about it. It's like Meep City, but worse. Meep City was fun when it had the party thing, which, you know, it does make sense why it was gotten rid of, but that was the main thing about Meep City that I was really liked. A bunch of people, tons of people across all types of servers hosting parties, right? Good ones, bad ones. I RP'd a little bit. Was my avatar a bit weird? Oh, greatly so. It was the average, like, young person self thinking, oh, this stuff looks cool. Was it ugly? Yeah, no, it was. Would you disagree? Absolutely not. But that stuff has declined. I don't know, I can't remember. I think they maybe added it back, but I think Meep City I haven't touched Meep City in ages, to be honest, so I have no idea. But when I checked Meep City, I think when I got it back, it just wasn't as popular as it was then, because they got rid of the one feature that made Meep City kind of like Meep City. Because instead of talking to friends, which, sure, lots of people talk to strangers, I wasn't one of those people. Back then I would usually go to parties instead, because that's where everyone was the parties. Now, like I said, I haven't been at, but at the time when it was gotten rid of, everyone was at the center, and there was like maybe a decent amount of people like out there and in other places, but everyone was at the town square, town center, where you could go everywhere. It was mainly don't talk. Was it RP? No. Meep City was more of a talking place more than RP from my knowledge. Obviously, there was the RPs and whatnot, but it was kind of like a talking place, a chatting place. Meep City was fun to talk in because, one, it had its own avatar creations place, so you could create whatever you want. and that would lead to some bad things, but we don't talk about that anymore. We don't talk about Bruno. Silencio Bruno. Why is it? There's a door here. Yeah. If it came down to it, I'd honestly just like to talk to people in RP places, or RP quotation places. Because at least I get to do something while I'm there, while I can be a character that I'd like to be. Whew. Oh my. I was just sneezing out of downtown. Holy. Excuse me. Bless me. Yeah. But yeah. I guess I might end this video here. Roblox, in my eyes, like I said in the beginning, has declined. Is it good? Sure. It has its moments to me. Was it good as good as before? No. Lots of things nowadays are more high definition. Mobile is kind of being left in the dust if you have an older phone. Leaves out me. Back then, I used to play on phone because I was a little guy, a little man. So I didn't have a computer. Our console, best I got. We're not talking about Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch is not a console. Shoosh. No. Best I had was a 360, Xbox 360. Not the ones that were like curved. It was definitely just the rectangular one. I'm not that old. Okay, I'm not that old. But it was the basic square one, or rectangular one, basic box. And I never had Xbox Live. I never figured out how to get it working. I never played with people. I played maybe with my cousins when I was younger, but they grew older while I was still young, so they stopped playing with me, necessarily. Maybe like once or twice they would play with me every time I would see them. Well, they didn't see me a whole lot, but like when they did, they were usually on their phones because TikTok was coming out, stuff was coming out. I was basically left in the dust since, one, I didn't really have my own phone. I couldn't really do much. I wasn't up there. I wasn't having, I had a basic life. We were living good, we were living okay. I didn't have all like the fancy stuff for back then. I had myself, my Xbox 360, and my Guardian's phone. That was about it. So, when it came down to it, I would just either play I would play Xbox 360 Minecraft, or like Skate 3, or that Hot Wheels game I can't remember the name of, but that was kind of fun a little bit. Kind of. No, really? It was iffy. Kind of got tired of that. Maybe a Halo game, or two. Call of Duty. Kind of whatever I could get my hands on. One of the DVDs I had. And I played that for years. And I didn't have much achievements, I'm gonna be honest. Not a whole lot of achievements, to be honest. It was kind of, my younger self was kind of a bum, I'm gonna be honest. For how long I played, I was kind of a bum. But, yeah. Great ending video, am I right? Honestly, I'm probably gonna hear now. This was a nice time talking to anyone who sees this. If you watch it full, thank you. I know I honestly I've seen that I've gotten more views than just like the basic person. Trust me, I don't know why. I just seen it. Like I got more than 10 people watching my videos, which honestly, in my opinion, is an achievement. Sure, it's a little amount of people, but more than one or two. At least it's more than one or two. And I'm happy about that. Do I want to be someone famous one day? Absolutely. Any YouTuber wants to be famous one day. Am I gonna reach that? I have not a clue. But this was my rant about Roblox and how I feel about it. Thank you for watching, I guess. I don't know. Oh, there's a barrier. I hope you had fun listening to my rant that I'm probably gonna do more of if I ever have anything to think about. Well, that's it. See you who knows when.